Hello everyone, my name is TaxOwlbear and welcome back to the Lovecraftian video game retrospective. And welcome to Innsmouth no Yakata. Innsmouth no Yakata, which, if I remember correctly, translates as the Mansion of Innsmouth, is a game for the Virtual Boy. So the Virtual Boy, in case you're not familiar with it, was the version of the Game Boy that came out in the mid-90s and was one of the first virtual reality consoles, if not the first. It was a major commercial failure and one of the few commercial failures Nintendo actually had with their consoles, because it was very heavy, it wasn't really portable. There were very few games released for this console. I think the total number of games, including tech demos, is maybe less than 30. And of those, even less were released outside Japan. And this game is a Japanese exclusive, so yeah, we have a Lovecraftian game here on the Virtual Boy, and it's a Japanese exclusive, so this is about as obscure as it gets. So as you can see, this game is it's sort of a first-person shooter. Story is very basic. I had trouble figuring out what the backstory actually is, but apparently you're a guy and you're supposed to prevent your transformation into a deep one or in a Lovecraftian creature. And the objective of the game is to run through these mansions, or the one mansion and its different areas. You collect white orbs, which give you access to a map, black orbs, which tell you where on the map the different items and the exits are. You can collect hearts to replenish your health, ammunition so you have more ammo and can kill more monsters. And you also need a key, and you need that key to unlock the door to the next stage. This game has a very strict time limit, and if you don't watch out, well, that will kill you more often than the monsters do. This game does use two of the Virtual Boy's D-pads. Yeah, the Virtual Boy has two D-pads. One's used for movement and the other one is used for moving your cursor, for your gun. Yeah, I have played this game on an emulator. Controls are very awkward, so I'm not very good at this game. That's why I pretty much failed over and over again. This game can be very unforgiving, mainly because if you're unlucky, the randomly placed items are placed in very tough spots, and occasionally you might even come into a situation where you run out of ammo and there's a monster in your way. You can avoid the monsters, but you can't just run past them. So if there's a passage, let's say to the right or your left, you can just take that and avoid the monsters. But if the monster is straight ahead and you have to go straight ahead, then you have to kill it. You can't even just run past it and take the damage, you have to kill it. And if you don't have ammo for that, then you're out of luck. So graphics for this game they're good in the sense that they're very clean and the monsters are nicely animated and they look horrid enough, but overall the graphics are very boring. The mansion has basically just two features, these walls and the occasional chandelier or door. That's really everything. That's how every single level in this game looks like. And this game has a lot of levels, and depending on what path you take, you can get access to a different ending. And for the best ending, you actually need to complete this entire game without dying, which is not easy. And to be honest, is it worth it? Maybe not. Yeah. And look at that pulsing, spinning demonic embryo. Yeah. Overall, this game is very basic, and it does utilize the Virtual Boy's 3D effect a little bit in the sense that you can see the monsters coming at you, but overall, I mean, as you can see, the environment isn't actual 3D. It's basically just environment as you had it in RPGs from the 80s and early 90s. So it doesn't really add a whole lot. It does use the D-pads quite well, because the regular Game Boy doesn't have two D-pads, so movement and moving your cursor at the same time wouldn't really be possible. Here I actually completed a level for once. Yeah, so I guess that's a nice feature, but overall this game isn't all that special, and it's also very generic. You could easily turn this game into a differently themed game, so there's no strong Lovecraftian vibe, apart from the fact that it's a general survival horror game. So yeah, as you can see, here are the different rooms, there are the different endings, so you can actually work on getting the ending you want, and you can actually see when you're too far behind to actually get the ending you want, so that's a plus, I guess. This game is based on Shadow of Innsmouth, or more correctly on a Japanese TV film that was based on Shadow of Innsmouth, a movie from 1992. And this game is, as far as I know, the Virtual Boy's only survival horror game, and also the Virtual Boy's well, maybe not the only first-person shooter, because there's Waterworld, but whether or not these games actually qualify as real shooters, that's really up to you. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. Is it a good game? It's solid, but feels very basic and arcade-like, and this game is an expensive collector's item, so I just checked online. If I wanted to have this game, I would have to pay something like £150, and it's probably not worth it. But on the plus side, this game is region-free, just as all Virtual Boy games. So if you want to play it and you have a European or American Virtual Boy, you can actually import this game from Japan and play it directly. Yep, and that's pretty much all I have to say. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Take care and goodbye.